Brewster. We all go a little mad sometimes.
You won and I died.
I'm feeling woozy, yeah. They're coming to get you, Barbara.
How's it hanging, Phil?
What's the prime time, bitch?
Come and get it. So either put the gun down now or kiss your ass goodbye.
Let's get this party started.
I agree, Dana. Let's get this party started. So, welcome back to Sledgehammer Horror, guys. I am Ken Sledge.
And I'm Ashley Sledge.
And let's talk horror. Now, today we are with our good friends and one of the best looking couples on the whole YouTube platform, that horror couple. How you doing today, guys?
Good,
Doing good, man.
Thank you guys so much for having us.
Happy to be here, man.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Hey,
Of course, we're super stoked to have you guys here.
Mhm.
you know what? You know, like when you get older, you get excited about like adult things, and I'm like, it's weird, but like, dude, we ordered a couch and it's coming tomorrow, and this couch it reclines. It has a place for my sodas, and it has like a speaker put into it. Like it's
Nice.
crazy. It's crazy what couches do these days.
I know.
Crazy.
I was like,
Back in the day, I couldn't even sit up straight on mine.
Right?
right? I was like, I didn't even know you could do this, but
Mhm.
like we got this. I figured it'd be good for watching movies, you know.
Yeah.
So
There you go. Speaker right in there, recline back. Hopefully, you can
Dude.
stay awake throughout it.
Yeah.
I said if I
No,
like
you-
it enough, I'm sleeping there and not the bed. You know.
Right. I'm sure that really upset Kaylee.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, no, please don't,
Not a
Rob.
bed to myself.
Mhm.
You'll
Um,
miss it. You'll miss it, babe.
Today, guys, we are talking about the top 10 horror characters that shouldn't have died. But before we get started, we have a special guest that wants to give her pick for number one.
Hey,
Listen to
you
yourself.
doing?
How do I do it?
Tell them who you are.
Chloe, I don't know how to do this. They put it in for me.
Yeah.
if you're a member of the Sledgehammer Horror members page, you're very familiar with Chloe.
Yeah.
I mean, I think she's been in several behind the scenes videos,
Mhm.
and yeah, so I'm a fan.
There you go.
So this is our daughter, Chloe. And when we talked about this, she said that this character better be on my list. And I said it wasn't. And so she said that she wanted to talk about this real quick.
Oh, so like an honorable mention or something. Yeah.
Yeah.
Adam from Saw. Even though
Oh, good pick.
That-
Good pick.
That's it. Yeah, fantastic,
Mhm.
fantastic.
That's
Yeah,
awesome.
yeah. What was the point of him dying?
There wasn't a point.
So Adam's dead, huh?
no, he's not. But I
She's,
just
she's
said it.
holding on that he's
She's
not
holding on to
dead.
hope that it wasn't Adam in that room.
She said, I think that's the only character I ever cried about when they
Wait.
died.
Didn't we see his body?
Yeah,
his,
but
like,
she's saying it could be somebody else's body. It could,
No.
it could still be.
Anything that to bring him back.
Yeah.
Write a fan fiction where Adam made it out.
Yeah.
You know
Yeah.
what? Maybe I will.
hey, it's possible that they're bringing back the whole screencast somehow. Everybody that died, so it's possible.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah. Bye.
Great pick. Yeah.
oh, great pick! It was awesome seeing you.
Yeah.
Let me see.
Thank you. All right. Yeah. She wanted to make sure that everybody knew Adam should not have died.
That was a great choice.
Bro, she should be a regular. That's how you should start every live. Just
Yeah.
be like, here's
Right,
what
with her
here's-
number one.
Yeah.
Here's Chloe's thoughts.
Ryan's in here doing the Lord's work. He's got that horror couple's YouTube, so make sure you guys are subscribing.
Dude, this guy's the man.
Yeah.
He's like security of like the
Love him.
chat. Like, yeah,
Love
he's
him,
the
dude.
he's the bouncer.
Awesome.
He advertises what needs to be advertised.
Yeah, he's the best. I love both those choices. We may talk about some of them tonight.
We may.
Thank you, Sean. Well,
Thanks, Sean.
we got the donation early, guys. So you know what that means.
Ooh, baby. Ooh, baby. Ooh, baby. Ooh, baby.
Starting it off early tonight, y'all.
Everybody's like, you're gonna
Rachel's
get it,
number
bitch.
one.
They did her dirty. They did Rachel dirty.
Yeah. What's up, Dice?
I wouldn't have mind. I wouldn't
Nice.
have minded if he lived. That guy singing "Ooh Baby."
Yeah.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
Demon?
That's cool.
If
Mhm.
he could have arrived in a sequel, I wouldn't have hated it. Believe me.
No, for sure.
He's
Thank you,
one of
Charles.
the positives of that.
Um, There's a lot of positives to that movie.
I do actually really like.
Um,
like
so
that
yeah,
one.
Charles kind of brought it up. We're gonna gloss over this real quick because I don't want to talk about it too much. But I lost my little cousin Cassie
Oh man.
this morning, And we're dedicating tonight's episode to her. Very special to me, her and her sister both. And like I said, we're not going to dwell on this for too long. Just Cassie, I love you, and I know that you're a lot happier right now than all of us. So thank you for that, Charles. I appreciate it.
Yeah.
What's up, Adrian? What's up, Motionless? Rest in peace to the C Nation.
Hello.
Yes. Listen, I got excited about Entertainment Center, so I'm exactly.
It's
Thanks,
crazy
Russell.
when you get new like appliances
And you're all
stuff, and you
stoked.
get so
Russell Dorsey's the man, by the way. He's one of like the only 5 that leave us comments. So thank you. Like,
Yeah, we love Russell,
We
man.
do.
He's great.
he leaves me several comments in a row too. That guy.
Mhm.
Yeah, he's great.
He's awesome.
He's not joking around.
Thank you. Thank you, guys. No, he's definitely the man.
Yeah. I'm sorry about
So
to hear
do you
about that.
guys? Oh no, you're fine. Do you guys have any honorable mentions or?
I have 2.
There was I probably could have, but I cut the crust off the peanut butter and jelly sandwich. I'm just giving you the bulk of the list, and that's all.
We each have 2 as well, so we'll all give our 2, and then Rob, we'll skip you this time. You
Yeah.
So my honorable mentions are: 1 is Clear Rivers from Final Destination 1 and 2. I think that it could have been really cool to see her actually be the one that is immune to death, so to speak, and try to figure out, we could have had a whole movie on why she's the one that can escape death. I'm not saying like she's immortal,
Yeah.
but like she can escape this pattern of death, and maybe a study as into why. And then the other ones, I think he could have had an amazing arc if he could have got another season, and it's Junior from the Chucky TV series.
I'm
I
glad
think
you
that-
have TV shows on here too, because
I do.
I
have
have
2.
2 that were very impactful
So did I.
that I cried, like literally cried about. So we'll
I
get
just,
into it.
yeah.
I jumped in between movies and TV shows throughout my list. So
and
Okay.
I think Junior, because like I said, he was kind of a dick throughout that whole first season.
And then he kind of like
He got like a mini redemption arc, but nothing.
And then
he
Chucky
dies.
changed it all up
Yeah.
again. And
Yeah, so I would have liked to have seen him get a
kind of like
full
Lexi
on.
got her redemption.
Yeah, like so. Yeah, could have got redeemed, and
Yeah,
so yeah, like Lexi.
because she was an asshole.
I
in the
still
first
don't like her.
season. Yeah.
But yeah. So those are my honorable mentions. What about you, babe?
So I have 2 as well. Randy Meeks. This is a character that was loved, and I think that they killed him off too early just for like shock value. Definitely a fan favorite.
Mhm.
And then I also have Elise Lynn Shay. This is
Oh,
another
Insidious?
and from Insidious. This is another one they killed off in the first movie, and then somehow found a way to bring her back in every other movie just because we loved her so much. And I think they kicked themselves in the ass for killing her because she was definitely a fan favorite,
Yeah.
and she's just so smart. And like, I would definitely want her on my team if a demon was trying to take over my body.
100%.
Yeah.
That's my first call.
Yeah.
What about you, Kaylee?
I have Dewey from Scream 5 and Kate from Fear Street 1994. I thought they were
good one.
Ooh,
Yeah. I thought
That's a good one.
Yeah, Dewey, I figure a lot of people probably feel the same way. I feel like I wish he was still, they wouldn't have done that. It worked, but it was sad. So that's why personally I put it on there. And then Kate, I thought she was a badass. I loved her character in that movie, and she made it almost there to the very, very end. And then she had an awesome death scene. It was very brutal. It was very cool, but I was still sad to see her go. So I had to add her to the honorable mentions.
Nice.
For sure.
I like that. That's good. That's good.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
before we do top 10, thank you guys.
Mhm.
Appreciate it.
Thanks, Ashton.
John Kramer and Mary Beth and Hatchet rip the peanut butter and jelly sandwich. He got you, Rob. He meant to say hello, everyone. Hey, it happens, Motionless.
Yeah.
Have you lost someone? Yeah, she was like, yeah, I'm here. Bye. Junior had so much. Ooh, Ripley's a good one. I love the chat talking to each other. It's so fucking rad.
I like when the chat has their own list. That's pretty cool too.
Yeah, me
it's
too.
awesome.
Me too. I love that. Babe, you want to give us your number 10?
Yeah, number 10 is Helen from I Know What You Did Last Summer. I felt like she should have been our final girl. I felt like she was the final girl material. In like one of the most like anxiety.
That chase.
Yeah, the chase between her and the fisherman. Like that's where my anxiety was the entire time. And she was probably the best actor out of the group of them. And I don't know. I just wish that she would have been our final girl. I feel like she deserved the final girl trophy
She definitely was
agree.
the best actor in that movie.
Yeah, the Scream Queen.
Yeah, she.
I mean, even though Jennifer Love Hewitt like literally is a Scream Queen the way she.
But I mean, like she's good. But I'm saying as character wise,
Yeah, no,
I think that
that's why I have her on
Sarah
that
Michelle
list.
Gellar should have been
Yeah.
number one. Yeah. All right, Kaylee, what's your number 10?
My number 10 is actually from a newer TV show. It was from a spin-off of The Walking Dead on the Daryl Dixon show and is the character of Isabel.
Ooh, good one.
It's a newer one, so I don't
Daryl's
know if everybody
girlfriend, right?
knows who that is. Yeah, it was a love interest for Daryl. They kept her on for a little bit, and then as soon as we get attached to her, of course, in true Walking Dead style fashion,
Yeah.
they, So I really liked her, and I liked their budding relationship and everything. So I had to add her to my list because I've really been enjoying all the Walking Dead spinoffs. So I thought I'd throw one of those characters on there.
It was cool to see
Yeah,
Daryl with a
perfect.
To see Daryl with a girlfriend was cool too.
Yeah.
So yeah, that
Yeah.
sucks. She died.
Mm-hmm.
It was
I always thought Daryl was gay.
Really?
Yeah.
They hint at it like that he could, they've hinted at that.
I think they were
thought,
thinking
yeah.
about doing that at one point, and
But
then they decided
what
not
was
to.
The black girl, like I thought he like
Beth?
loved her. Yeah.
No, I was like a little kid to him.
Oh, I thought he like loved
She was
her,
like 40 years younger than him.
40. No, she wasn't.
That was her grandpa Daryl.
No, I think him and Carol eventually one day.
Maybe.
Yeah.
Maybe.
Yeah.
There's
Carol,
chemistry
too.
there. It could go either way, I guess.
For sure.
We
Yeah,
keep talking
it would
about
work.
it.
Mhm.
Maybe, yeah, like you said,
I think
maybe.
he loves her, obviously.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
Yeah.
She followed him. Oh, well, they met up in Paris too, and with the spinoff, so it was kind of crazy.
Oh wow.
She like went across the ocean to see Daryl, so it was pretty wild.
They better smash then. 'Cause that's a
Yeah.
long travel.
Especially
No.
in
Yeah.
Paris, like that's like the
Yeah.
place for love.
They were
During
like-
the apocalypse,
they were like
too,
in the
so
middle
it's
of
not like you
fighting.
can get on
They were
a
both in the
cruise
middle
ship
of
or
fighting.
something.
They were fighting off zombies, and then they just look. They see each other. They're like, and then they hug. I'm like, dude, this is awesome.
Like they're still zombies, guys.
Yeah.
So
Like,
who's number 10 for you, Rob?
All right, number 10 for me. It's a cool death scene. It's an awesome death scene, but I got mixed feelings about it. It's Mark from Friday the 13th, Part 2. He first of all, he was disabled. He was in a wheelchair,
Yeah.
so like my heart goes out
Mark.
for him. But the death scene was killer, man. He knocked him down the stairs in his wheelchair. I like that.
Yeah.
And it shows that Jason gives zero like fucks if you're disabled, and he'll kill anybody.
He's
But
not discriminatory.
yeah, that's what I mean. He's an equal opportunity killer.
Mhm.
But the thing is, Mark was about to get laid. That girl Vicky
True.
was the girl Vicky. He was smooth. They were talking. So Vicky was putting on her silk panties, and they were about to meet up. And Jason totally cock blocked him. And I'm like,
He
bro,
did.
at least let the guy score, man. And then
I
throw
don't
him
think
down.
there's ever been a bigger cock block in horror movie history than Jason Voorhees.
Right,
You're
but, like,
right. Yeah.
Don't you think the guy in the wheelchair should have got laid?
Yeah.
Then
Yeah.
kill
Oh,
him?
for sure.
Yeah, I'm like, dude, let him
Yeah.
score, then kill him, and I would have been happy.
I mean, where is he paralyzed from?
It was like
It
a
clearly
motor.
works, right?
Yeah,
'Cause,
yeah.
I mean,
he
they were about to get
He
it
told
done,
her it
so.
worked. I think that's one of the lines.
Yeah.
Yeah, she's like, so no, because they were talking. He was talking about football practice or something, and she's like, so does everything? How does everything work? Or she asked him something like that.
And I just
Yeah.
love that character. He's like, the doctors think I'm gonna be here, but I don't think I'm gonna be here for the rest of my life. Like he's determined to like walk again. This guy, like he's motivated. I dig it, man. So
He was right. He wasn't going to be there for the rest of his life.
Yeah,
and that's
He
the
was
part,
also going to be down the stairs.
yeah.
I know,
Um,
and that's why he's on my top 10. I say, Mark, you the man.
Right.
Yeah.
Number 10 for me is Roach from The People Under the Stairs.
Good
I would
job.
have loved to have seen him be able to make it out to the outside with
He
the other
deserved
boys.
it, damn it.
Yeah. I mean, that dude went through enough. And then, the way he died, like getting the shotgun to the side and then
Mhm.
burned,
Poor Roach.
his body burned. I would have loved to have seen him actually make it through. So my number 10 is Roach from The People Under the Stairs.
Nice.
Dice says, I shall pull from the list I've slapped on my channel. I'm not cheating. No, it's not.
No.
I think it's amazing we came up with this idea at like the same time. That's
Yeah.
just brilliant, Dice. Corey, Halloween Ends.
Nice. That's a good one.
Chop Top from Texas Chainsaw.
Shop that.
Stu. Eddie. Oh God, we're doing
Oh,
a
wow.
fucking watch along on this. I am not excited.
Whatever.
I am,
It
but
was,
you know.
it was your idea.
No, it's C. Parker's
Wait,
idea. But
You're watching Halloween 6?
yeah.
Ken's excited.
Like on camera?
Yep.
Yeah.
That's gonna be good. I'm
I'm glad you think so.
no.
And then
Hetero flexible. I didn't know that.
And then he's trying to tell me because he has to watch Halloween 6 that I have to watch Jason Goes to Hell. And I'm like, I'm not doing that.
Yeah, you are.
No.
Controversial
I
pick,
did
Corey
not agree
Cunningham.
to this.
Oh, we can see you, Prince. What's up, buddy? I love that picture. The
Oh,
mean
it's John
Cena.
Cena.
Oh, dude, we've got to talk about Cena turning heel.
Yes.
Oh,
It's amazing.
I brought up my couch instead of Cena turning heel. I got to bring. We got to talk about Cena turning heel. It's Ashley. What are your thoughts on this?
Oh, I have none.
She's like, I don't give a shit.
You're the best. I love that video where he's like the Seth Rollins entrance, I think it was. And you're
amazing.
me. That's me at all the
Dude.
live events.
I was just like, yay.
I went through the same thing with Kaylee. Kaylee was actually shopping on Amazon on her phone during a wrestling event. I'm like, are you serious? She's like,
well, he kept taking my phone to record, so I was really bored.
Yeah, that's a good one.
Well, you got to follow the storylines.
She's like,
honestly, the girl match was my favorite, and it was because of their costumes. I was like, oh,
I like
so
that too.
funny. Like that was the only thing that I cared about.
Yeah.
She's not lying. That's the one we're watching, Davey, is the producer's cut.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, no, that's in my opinion, it's better. The whole Druid angle is better explained, and
that's what I've heard.
I like it better.
I love CM Punk. All right, Kaylee, you want to start? We're not trying to rush you guys, but I'm going to be 100% transparent. I've had a very rough day with everything that's happened, and Ashley got called into work, so she has to leave here by 10:15 our time. So we are kind of breezing through a little bit, but yeah, that's why if I'm like seem like I'm rushed, that's why it's been a shit day.
I had no idea. I'm sorry.
I wanted this distraction. No, I wanted to do this. If I wouldn't have canceled. That's not who we are. But Ashley, that's why she's got her scrubs on right now. Yeah. You guys can't see because it's covered up by Sledgehammer Horror, but she got called into work. So
I'm bullshitting about my couch. I'm really sorry. I'm like,
no, dude, you're fine. No, I don't want you to think. That's why I'm saying this, because I didn't want you to think I was being an asshole. Like, oh, cool, a couch. Number 10. You know, I didn't want you to think like I do give a shit. But
no, you're fine.
It's been a shit day, man. Like,
I'm sorry, guys.
I'm glad to be here.
Yeah.
But let's start with number 9, Kaylee. What's number 9 for you?
I put Annie Brackett from Rob Zombie's H2 because it is a very emotional, brutal scene, and it feels like especially it drags on forever. Yeah,
dude. And
I had to put it on there because of that.
And they cut back to like Daniel Harris's like childhood photos.
Yeah, and it was actually Daniel Harris, so it worked. Yeah, so I had to put her for number 9 because I actually really enjoyed both of his remakes of Halloween.
Positives.
See, we didn't
were the only positives.
I'm glad you guys did, but
I didn't at first. I thought it was really weird, but every year we watch it, it's grown on me.
That movie grows on you.
So,
I didn't like it either, but it grows on you the more you watch it. And now I think of it like just a dark Michael Myers movie.
I think of it like a different Halloween in a different universe kind of thing because it's so weird. But
the girls had
herpes grow on you too, but I still don't like those.
Oh yeah, it keeps coming back. Mine keep coming back. It's weird.
I just keep popping up in the weirdest places.
Yeah, the worst times too.
What's number 9 for you, Rob?
I'm switching over to TV land right now. Eddie Munson from Stranger Things. All right, this guy was the man, 80s metalhead, rockin' master of puppets. They imply that he got killed off like at the end of that season
4.
But like after that, the fandom kicked in. The pops, the Comic-Con, everybody's meeting him at Comic-Con. He's like a fan favorite now. I think they screwed up. Like if they killed him, they screwed up. If there's a way to bring him back, I think they should do it. So yeah, Eddie Munson, man. And for a TV show that takes place in the 80s, to have an 80s metalhead,
it works.
It's awesome. Like so what a cool character he was.
When Dustin went and talked to his uncle and gave him the necklace.
So emotional.
Oh, that whole scene tore me up, man.
Yeah.
2 moments in Stranger Things have made me cry. That was one of them, and Erica Help was the other one. Like that one destroyed me too. And that was an ad-lib line by Caleb McLaughlin. Like that was a total
I did not know that.
Yeah.
That's great. I'm getting goosebumps thinking about it.
The history of the show was a total ad-lib. So
when Hopper wrote 11 in a letter made me cry, dude.
That was sad.
Remember when he was like gone, but he wrote her some letter about like moving on? I was like, oh, dude, this is rough. So
it's just a great emotional show. We may talk about it again later.
We may.
Number 9 for me is my homie, my dude, a person that I would genuinely be friends with if we met in real life. And that is our boy, Ali. He can shoot in the mist. Man, I wanted Ollie to live so bad. When he shot Mrs.
I love
Carmody,
him.
and he's like, "I'm sorry." He's like, "It's all right, Ollie."
If there would have been any other way, he said, "That's why."
That's why I said thank you, Ollie.
Yeah.
Like, fucking Ollie was the
I
best.
love
And then
Ollie.
when he gets grabbed up by that crab thing, I was like audibly like, "No,
I know.
not Ollie!" Like he's made it so far. I love him. So number 9 for me, definitely Ollie, because I just felt like he was one of those underrated people that like you watch when you first start watching the movie, you're like, "Oh, it's a bag boy." And as the movie progresses, you're like, I can shoot. I do award shooting. And you start to get to know him, and he's got a kind heart. It's just, God, I loved Ollie so much.
Yeah, he was a good guy.
Yeah.
Number 9, I have Dennis Rathkin from 13 Ghosts. I feel like his sacrifice at the end of the film was just so emotional, and he just wanted to like go out as a good guy because he did like all these evil things for so long. And so he like wanted to go out on a good note, but it's like it's so sad because he is, I don't know, it's just an emotional death, and he's such a lovable character in everything he does. So yeah.
Oh,
Pretty
smash you, Lillard.
Mhm.
I would smash.
Yeah.
The peacemaker has become the troublemaker. Did you say yeah? I don't like him anymore. Rachel Carruthers, Halloween 5 should have killed Tina off instead.
I should have.
I almost put her on the I almost put her on the list actually because the way they killed her was totally crap.
Yeah,
was
they did her dirty.
And I think Bobby, I think the thing here is like horror always goes in cycles, and like this year, I think horror comedy is kind of the thing, and next year it'll go back to like psychological horror or possession horror, but it definitely goes in cycles like that.
For sure.
Did you guys see the monkey? Did you guys see the
Not
monkey?
yet. We haven't seen any new
We
movies
haven't
because
been
we haven't.
to the theater, and I don't know how long.
Yeah, just because. Well, the last time was Dogman.
Yeah.
But because our daughter plays basketball, Kenny was wrestling every weekend. Kenley has ballet, our other daughter. So we have not had much time at all. Like there was a point where we were just like, oh my God, we haven't seen anything. We're going to fall behind on everything. And luckily Ashley's great at doing shit. So we were able to keep up on stuff.
No, but the monkey was a horror comedy that was pretty good. That just came out. Yeah,
I want to see it.
Really want to see it.
I think you guys will like it.
It was good to you, Mikey.
He was. He was good to you.
I know you do. Dice has Dennis Rathkin too.
Nice.
Annie's on there. Joe Grizzly in 07. I never heard him yell, Jesus H. Christ.
Joe Grizzly.
Dewey from Scream 5.
He's reading the porno. He's like, naughty go. Naughty go.
Hey, thanks, buddy. Appreciate that. That's awesome. Very kind of you. All right, we are up to number 8, and that will be Ozzy. That's my choice. That will be Rob, starting us off at number 8.
He was just mentioned in the chat. Danny Trejo, Ishmael from Rob Zombie's Halloween.
Good to you, Mikey.
Exactly. He was good to Mikey. Especially for a Rob Zombie film. I love that scene where Mikey's a little kid. He's looking through the bars and he's like, "Hey, Mikey, learn to live inside your head, man." Like, he's like, "I know about being behind wall." Like just that little 30-second scene. I thought it was pretty it was a nice scene to see. Yeah, and I understand. Okay, Michael flips out. He's killing everybody. I guess the point is he doesn't care anymore. But in the beginning, he didn't kill his little sister. And also, when he meets up with his sister years later, he pulls out a picture. He's like, "Look at this picture of us." So he can hold back. So I thought, why could he just let this guy go? Maybe that would have been more impactful. If he's killing everybody, he's like, "No, you're cool. Go."
Yeah.
Like maybe that would have been more impactful. But yeah, Ishmael didn't deserve to die. I mean, especially the way he was holding him underwater and then throwing he stewed him with a TV. I didn't like that. He threw a TV on his head. I was like, he was
definitely rough.
He was too good for that. Too nice for that.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was.
He was good to you, Mikey. Number 8 for me is Ozzy from Leprechaun Returns. We love Mark Holton.
We do.
I loved him as Francis in Pee-wee's Big Adventure. I loved him as Ozzy in the original Leprechaun. I loved him as Gacy. I loved him as Ozzy when he reprised his role in the requel, Leprechaun Returns. I thought that was such a well done. I wish he could have been in the movie a little more as a human rather than like a ghost zombie thing. But he was still great, and he is one of the sweetest, kindest men. Every now and then he'll just shoot us a text, be like, "Hey, Sledges, God bless. Hope you're having a good day." You know, like he's just a kind, sweet guy, and I wish nothing but the best for that man. And after watching him as Francis and how much of a dick he is in that movie, to see how kind Mark Holton is as a human being made us fall in love with him even more. So number 8 for me is Ozzy from Leprechaun/Leprechaun Returns.
Nice. My number 8 is Glenn from The Walking Dead. This one, I literally was like, why? Like for days, I was like, why? He finally like grew into this badass. He and Maggie had this great relationship, and I was freaking devastated over this death. And I was a little upset because somebody ruined it for me.
I read the comics.
No, you didn't just read the comics. You were always before, because we would watch it regularly every Sunday. We were like diehards for the longest time, and you would always look up spoilers for the finale.
I couldn't wait.
Yeah, and then I was like, I don't want to know. Well, I do want to know. And then he told me, and I was so
Well,
mad.
I knew it was him anyway. I was more surprised by the Abraham thing.
Yeah.
Like Abraham shocked me. I was like, no way, they're gonna let Glenn live. It's like, well, here we go.
Abraham dies differently in the comics too. So
yeah, he gets the arrow in the eye.
Yeah.
Denise, the one from Terminus that gets shot with the crossbow, that's Abraham in the comics.
That's what I mean.
I read the comics from issue 1. You know, I've got a whole long box full of them.
That's so cool.
They flipped it for the comic reader too, so I thought that was kind of neat that they made it so the comic people were like, "Whoa!" Like,
yeah,
you know.
So when he got Abraham, I was just like, "Holy shit, man!" I thought that was sad how he gave the peace sign to Sasha. Like that was fucked, dude.
I've never
like,
been able to rewatch that episode. I've rewatched a lot of them, but I can't. I've watched it once, never seen it again.
I was devastated.
Yeah.
Kaylee, you want to give us your number 8?
My number 8 is from a newer film. It's from Alien Romulus, and it's the character of Tyler, and he was the budding kind of love interest for the main character, Rain. I liked their chemistry they had, and they had like a Ripley Hicks thing going on. So I would have liked to have seen him live through the movie and like get with Rain. So I just liked him. So I had to put him for number 8. Yeah.
All right. So we'll catch up on the chat real quick. That is a good one, Dennis. Gabriella from Saw X. I know that one pissed me off too. Joel and Smile too.
Yeah.
And it pissed me off even more because we've seen it in the trailer.
I know.
What's up, Strange Monkey? Those are good ones. Rachel, Ozzy, Dick Halloran, good one. Master Gracie.
Yeah, he just went up there to help him.
Yeah. We'll talk about The Walking Dead again here in a little bit, but number 7, I'm not going to talk too much about this because I've talked about it on the channel 1,000 times. The should have been final girl from the Friday the 13th remake. I have Jenna. This shocked the shit out of me when I saw that machete go through her body. I was just like, did that really just happen? Did they really just kill her off? Like, holy shit! So that one really shocked me. So I have it, and like I said, I'm not going to talk about it too much because I've talked about it 1,000 times. But number 7, I have Jenna from Friday the 13th 09.
That's a good choice.
Yeah, that is a good choice. My number 7 is Joyce from Saw 3D. This sweet little innocent lady. She died because her husband was he was a liar. He lied, and she died for no reason. And like she literally was with him till the end. And I just felt so bad for her because she was so sweet, and she just didn't deserve to die. She did not deserve to go out like that.
I agree. That's a good choice.
It's a good choice.
Yeah, thank you. I think Kaylee, you want to give your number 7?
Yeah, I have a random one. I consider it horror. I have Zara from Jurassic World, which is the babysitter lady, assistant to the main character. She got eaten by the Mosasaurus, and she was like pulled around by the pterodactyls. It was a terrible, brutal death. I know it's a PG-13 dinosaur movie, but I still thought it was pretty terrible. And she didn't really deserve it because she wasn't like a bad character or anything. So that's what made it worse. So I had to pick her.
Nice. What about you, Rob?
My number 7, it's Ben from Night of the Living Dead. I love that movie, and Ben was such a cool character, and he survived to the end, and such a likable character too. And like, what was the point of making him live to the end just to get shot by one of the cops? It was just, I was like, I don't like that. And like, I like historically, I read somewhere that like he was the first black actor to be the hero in a movie. I didn't know that was true at the time, but I guess it was like the but like so this character's awesome. Like it's like history making. You know what I mean? So
Yeah.
I just thought it would be a cooler ending if like Ben made it out alive.
He should
and
have.
that should be the end
I
of the
agree
movie.
with that.
The movie ends on such a down note. It's almost like when he gets shot, everything goes silent, and you're like
what?
Yeah, like there's no music, there's nothing. It's just like ooh, and it ends on such a downer. I'm like, let Ben live, dude. Like,
I wish they would have let Ben live. That was horrible.
I don't know what the point of killing him was. I don't know. I don't know.
No, for shock value, I guess. I don't know.
Yeah,
like you said, he made it through that entire night. Nobody wanted to listen to him, but
that one guy wanted to hang out in the basement. He's like, why would you corner us in a basement? That's the worst thing you can do. It's like, dude.
Yeah, he was such a dick too.
Yeah,
I couldn't stand him.
Yeah, I mean,
yeah.
They had some other actor originally, and then they replaced him with Ben, and Romero didn't change the script at all, so he didn't want to acknowledge that the guy was a different race or anything. He said just keep it the same, and that was the first time in a script that they didn't even acknowledge that there was a difference between races or anything. And so I think it's like history making, dude. It's pretty cool. So
absolutely.
So what was it?
Ben.
It was
that was Rob's?
Yes.
Ben from Night of the Living Dead.
Okay. We got some Jenna. We got some Ben. Ray
someone
and
put
Martha.
Ben.
That's a good one.
Someone else put Ben. That's cool.
Yeah. Ashley, I feel like I'm going to throw up, guys. I'm going to be completely honest with you. It's been, like I said, it's just been that day. Ashley, you want to start off with your...
Are you able to continue?
Number 6. If you get to me, will you say my number 6?
Yeah.
Oh,
sorry,
shit.
guys.
I'm so sorry.
Oh,
Ash, if you guys need to go, please feel like it's definitely fine.
We can cut it short.
Yeah, it's okay. Like we're here for you guys, and whatever you guys need. Okay.
The crowd got 4 people. The crowd got a couple. That was my list. That's good enough. So we can it's okay to cut it short.
I'm just gonna check on him really quick. Okay.
Yeah, go ahead. Go.
I'm
You're
sorry,
fine.
guys.
No, you're fine.
Hello, chat.
Entertain people, Rob.
Should I do something?
Don't do that. Okay.
How do you do the robot?
I don't know. I don't think that's it.
Hello. We are the horror couple. Yeah, so we have a couch coming tomorrow.
I think it's on Friday, actually.
Friday?
Mm-hmm.
It's got, you can like extend your feet up. It's awesome. And like,
it's awesome for watching movies.
Yeah, dude. They got a place for like my drink.
Mm-hmm.
And like, there's a speaker.
I don't think there's a speaker in it.
No, but there's a speaker.
Maybe there is. I don't know.
It's Bluetooth.
Oh, okay. I'm sorry.
This is like high tech, dude.
Okay, sorry.
We're gonna be watching movies from a cool couch, and I'm stoked.
Yeah.
And
well, we're also stoked for The Last Drive-In coming back on Friday for anybody else that watches that. Joe Bob and Darcy on Shudder. So
I feel bad.
What movie do you guys think they're gonna play?
I don't know. Did they hint about it at all? They usually hint sometimes.
I don't think I didn't look on Twitter or X. I'm sorry yet to see. To check that out.
Okay. Sorry, guys.
No, you're fine.
Is Ken okay?
All right. Yeah, he's fine. He'll be right back.
I was just talking about my couch to the chat.
That's it. That's awesome. I'm really excited about your couch. You'll have to send us a picture.
Oh, I will.
So I guess I'll start with number 6. Mine is Karen Nelson from Halloween Kills. This was also spoiled for me. One of Ken's friends had called him and seen it before us and had said it, and I heard it and I was so mad. And I was like, not my Karen, because I just loved her as a character. I thought she was amazing. Like you get in Halloween 2018 where she's like, I can't do it. And then she gets the gotcha. I just felt like she's such a awesome mom and wife. And I love that character. And I was very sad that they killed her off.
I totally agree.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. She was I'm sorry, guys. I'm trying to hold it together. A lot of anxiety today, a lot of stress, and it's just like, so.
Bro,
I'm so sorry.
We got your back, man. Don't worry about it.
I appreciate it.
I was talking about my couch when you were gone to the
He
chat.
also did the robot.
Oh, I did the robot. But I was like,
awesome. I can't wait to watch the replay.
Yeah,
I was trying to entertain the crowd. I don't know if
we appreciate.
Yeah,
did anyone care? Did anyone say anything? I couldn't pull it up.
yeah.
I'm sure they did.
I think give it a few minutes and Rob's gonna hit the nay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So yeah. So Kaylee, you want to give us your number 6?
It's actually the exact same as Ashley's. I put Karen from Halloween Kills, so great minds think alike.
Nice.
For all the reasons she said.
Yeah, for all the reasons you said. I wasn't expecting that at the end of the movie, and I was like, wait, is she really dead? Like, is she gonna come
I
back
know.
for the next movie? Because I liked her character so much, but I guess they really did it, and I was pissed and I was
Me too.
sad.
I
So
I like seeing Jamie Lee as a grandma too, and see her as a parent.
Mhm.
That was pretty
Yeah.
cool.
that was cool.
Just that character being older. I just like that.
Yeah,
Mhm.
she was a great character.
I agree. What about you, Rob? What's your number 6?
Alice from Friday 2. I hate the way they killed off Alice after that awesome battle with Mrs. Voorhees in the original, and then just to have Jason show up in her apartment in part 2, and it makes no sense why Jason's there. Like, does he like get on planes and search? Jason doesn't make house calls. It makes no sense to me. But I just thought
Crazy.
that character, I don't know, they owed her more than that. They killed her off in the first couple minutes. I mean, she could have been an expert and been like, guys, I lived through this. He's real. Like, you know, it could have been something else. They killed her off quickly, and it was just it's a cool death scene. But
Do you know why that happened?
I think it's money, something to do with money, right?
No,
No,
she had a real life stalker, and the thought, like, she was originally written into the Friday 2 script, and she had a real life stalker and she wasn't comfortable doing it, so she agreed to just be killed off at the beginning of the movie just to get out of the Friday the 13th shit. 'Cause she had a real life shit go on. Look into it. It's a fucked up story. She just recently started doing cons and shit because
That's
her whole life, like,
terrible.
it fucked her up.
Yeah.
that's crazy,
Sorry.
man.
I feel
Yeah,
so bad
it's
for her. That's
terrible.
awful.
Yeah. Adrian King, it fucking sucks.
Mhm.
Number 6 for me. You talked about it a little bit, Kaylee. It's Dewey. Come on, man. How are you gonna kill Dewey?
I
Yeah.
know.
Like,
And Gail was so sad.
yeah,
I know.
it was fucked. He shouldn't
What's-
have died, and they obviously think that too because they're bringing him back in the new one as a ghost or a vision or a dream or something. So-
What's the rumor I keep hearing? They're bringing back Stu, and they're bringing back Dewey, and they're bringing back.
No, they're not
everybody.
rumors. That's
They're
happening.
casted.
They're
No, but
confirmed.
are they doing like a new nightmare thing
How
where
they're
where
doing it,
everybody's
I don't know.
See,
like
that's the thing. Everybody has been asking me, like, Ken, do you think it's a new Nightmare thing? And no, because in New Nightmare, when they got casted, they were casted as themselves. In this, Matthew Lillard has been casted as Stu.
Okay.
David
Okay.
Arquette has been casted as
So,
Dewey.
I mean, it has to be like flashbacks or something.
I
at
think-
this point, like
I think because they always go with the times. T. Parker was the first one that I saw say this, so I'm kind of stealing his. I think they're going to use him as like an AI thing. They're going to AI him, and I think that's what they're going to do because
Yeah.
AI is kind of all the rage right now, and Scream has always been up on that. So I think that's what they're going to do is they're going to be used as AI, which I think is a great idea
like Terminator
because
stuff.
then you can de-age them, and it's not going to
Yeah.
look like shit because they're AI anyway.
Mm-hmm.
So
Yeah,
That's true.
yeah. So that's mine. Was Dewey. Let's catch up real quick. That does sound like a cool couch.
T. Parker.
Thank you, T. Parker.
Evelyn from Annabelle. Karen wearing a Christmas sweater on Halloween was the cause of her death.
That's funny.
Yeah.
guys.
Barbara
Yeah.
from Black Christmas. Clear Rivers. That was one of my honorable mentions.
Yeah.
T. Parker, good on you.
Mhm.
Hey, what's up, Quentin?
why not?
All right. So we are up to number 5, and that'll be you starting us off, babe.
My number 5, you already said, and it's Ali from The Mist. Like you said, he's such a like kind soul, and you just want to like hug him. He's
Mhm.
just so cute.
It's gonna be okay, Allie.
Yeah, and he didn't deserve to die. It should have been the dad. Then maybe the son would have lived. Yeah, because
This is
Ali
just a
would
bad
have
movie.
shot him in the face.
No, they would have let the monsters get him and tear him to pieces.
There were no monsters because the mist went away.
What about you, Kaylee? What's your number 5?
My number 5 is Eddie from It Chapter 2.
That's a sad.
I love
one.
those
Yeah.
movies. They're two of my
Mhm.
favorite horror movies ever because they're just so well done and so touching but scary at the same time. And it's just, I think they're kind of one of a kind horror movies to me. So I had to pick
Yeah.
Eddie because it was really sad. It was heartbreaking at the end of that movie, even though you knew it was going to happen, but it's
Right.
still really, really sad. So
That's what I was just to say, especially in chapter 2, because you knew it was coming, but the way that the performances were around
Yeah.
it, like it was so good.
yeah,
So
it
well done.
was.
That character too is always afraid of like getting sick or like germs and like.
And he stood
yeah.
up. He went.
So-
he like got brave at the end, which was beautiful. Before
Mhm.
passed.
Yeah.
What about you, Rob?
What are we doing? Number 6.
Number 5.
5. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Nancy from Nightmare 3. I figured you bring back Heather Langenkamp, Nancy Thompson. She makes it to the end. She leads the kids and tells them all about Freddy, tells them how to beat their dreams. And then I just hated the way she died. And then, like, I don't know, that's such a cool character. Can you imagine like the future Nightmare on Elm Street with her, like 4, 5, and 6, maybe with a cameo from her?
Mm-hmm.
If they could have done that, it would have been so much better. Like Freddy's dead. Imagine if it was her in it,
Yeah.
Killing off Freddy.
Mm-hmm.
That would have made all the difference for me in that movie. Like, I just thought I don't like the way they killed off Nancy in part 3 of
I agree.
Nightmare.
Yeah.
That's a good one. Wait, thanks for stopping in, man. Yeah, well, once Scream 7 gets closer, I'd love to bring you on it. Thank you so much for the donation, Quentin. It seriously means a lot. Thank you, brother.
Thanks,
We'd love to bring you back on. Maybe we can do a Children of the Corn franchise ranking with you or something. I know how much you love those. Yes, we are. We will be at Astronomicon.
Mhm.
Number 5 for me, again, I'm not going to go too much into it. The should have been final girl of all should have been final girls. It's Helen
Yeah.
from I Know What You Did Last Summer. Very few slasher movies give me bad anxiety. That did. Scream Sticks did. The ladder scene that had me on the edge of my seat, but Helen's did too. I think that's one of the best. How many movies have we seen? The chase.
Blonde?
Yeah, but it's like
Yeah.
no one could hear her because of the parade.
Right,
like,
and she's getting so close,
Yeah.
and it's such a good one, such a good movie, and she is the best part of that movie in my opinion. I can't even say such a good movie, such a decent movie.
Yeah.
nostalgic. Like it brings
Yeah.
back my childhood when I
Mm-hmm.
It's so 90s. I like that movie.
It is.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's mine. What about yours, babe? Your number 5.
I already gave my number 5.
Oh, you
It was
started this
Ellie.
one.
Yep.
Okay. Did we get? Yeah, because Kylie started this up. What?
Kaylee.
Kaylee? Why do I keep saying Kylie?
I don't know.
Oh, it's okay.
That's Haunted Hippie.
Mhm.
Yeah, it's been one of those days, man. I'm so
the
sorry.
names are close. No, it's okay.
Yeah.
Our niece's name is Ellie, and sometimes my name, the Lee, messes people up.
Yeah.
Yeah. Grady, Helen. Oh, Helen's a good one. Keith from Barbarian's a great one. Yeah, that was terrible.
Mm-hmm.
Franklin Hardesty, bless his heart and legs.
It's gonna be a
anything to do
fun
with-
trip, Franklin.
All right, so now we're up to number 4, and that'll be Rob starting us off. Wait, Kaylee, did you give your number 5?
I did. Yeah. I did
Okay.
Eddie from it, chapter 2. Mhm.
Okay.
I
gotta
go.
switch this. The problem is I have K for me and then KY for you instead of KA. So when I look at it, I see Kai, and that's why I keep doing it. So I
Oh, that's
apologize again.
okay.
All right, Rob, you want to start us off with your number 4?
Yes, I believe Ashley mentioned him already. Randy from Scream 2. I just think it was a mistake from the franchise, and you could tell the franchise is struggling with it. When after they kill him off, they're bringing him back in video form. They're bringing him back. They're bringing his family members back as like horror experts. He was such a cool character. He was like the video store horror nerd. We can all relate to that. And this guy's like, don't you know the rules? You know, he's laying in the rules. Such a cool character. I feel like this character had more mileage on him. They could have used him longer than they did.
Mhm.
It was just, I do like how he brought up OJ right before he died. But other than that, I just, you know, I mean, they could have used him in 3, 4, 5.
Yeah.
You know, like
Oh,
they
yeah.
really, they could still use him to this day. I mean, instead of like his nieces and nephews.
I do. I
mean,
like them too, though.
I like him too, but
Yeah.
I mean, like,
You're saying it would have been cool to see him with them.
we
Yeah.
got a horror movie expert on our
Mhm.
hands, dude. That's such a cool concept. I mean, I
Mhm.
just I miss him. I still miss him.
Yeah.
You know,
Mhm.
You say Scream, you say Scream 2, and he appears.
Say his name and he appears. I believe in Joe Hendry. I believe in Joe Hendry.
I believe they shouldn't have killed Randy.
Yo,
Nice to see you,
Ken's
David.
reaction to him entering the Rumble is legendary.
Dude, I was so ready.
I was just like, I don't get it.
I don't get it.
That's me.
Number 4, again, I'm not going to talk too much on this because it's been talked about, but it devastated me, and it was Karen from Halloween 2018 and Halloween Kills. I was pissed, dude, because like the one line she had in 2018, you know, the gotcha, that whole moment.
Like she's such a
was
badass,
so
and
epic.
they just the
And
way
then-
they kill her off.
But even in, she has my favorite part in Halloween Kills. That you want your mask? Come and get it. It's in our intro to every live episode. Like that's how much I loved that part. And I didn't think they really killed her. I thought it was going to be like a Jamie Lee dream sequence
Me
or something like that. When I
too.
found out she was really dead, I was like,
I know.
should have been Allison. I'm kidding. Yeah, for me, number 4 is Karen from Halloween Kills.
Good
It's a great choice. I love that character too. Like her mom taught her how to battle, and then at the end we see like her Rambo skills take over. It's amazing.
She's such a badass.
Yeah.
My number 4 is Judd Crandall from Pet Cemetery.
Oh, nice.
He was such a good neighbor, and he might have been the one that showed him the pet, the burial ground. But he did, however, tell him not to bury people there.
You don't want to go down that road.
You don't want to go down that road. And Judd did not deserve the painful death that he got. Like I said, he just wanted
Lewis to stop hurting.
Well, that, and first of all, it was the cat. He just wanted her to not it's Ellie, right?
Ellie.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
He didn't want her to be like sad because she lost Churchill. And I don't know. He didn't deserve to die the way he did.
No.
I agree.
Yeah, I also agree. I love Judd. Shouldn't go down that route.
No, you shouldn't.
What about you, Kaylee? What's number 4 for you?
My number 4, we're going back to the Alien franchise, and is Dr. Elizabeth Shaw, Alien Covenant. I know you guys like I know, Ken, you love Prometheus, right? Or you like the trailer. You guys like the trailer,
Yeah,
right?
we like the trailer.
Yeah,
I wasn't a huge fan of the movie.
Yeah. I remember you guys doing you guys like the trailer for that. But they didn't show her death on screen, and it's just mentioned briefly in the sequel to Prometheus, which is Alien Covenant. She was such a kick-ass final girl, scientist in Prometheus, and I was really bummed.
I hated the way they killed her off in Covenant.
Yeah, it was lame. I was like, I like the movie, but I'm like, it doesn't really tie in with Prometheus very well, except for David, and that's it. Elizabeth Shaw should have been there.
It also, for me, felt very SA heavy. Like they didn't show it, but
yeah,
he was sexual
creepy.
assault implicated in that. I didn't like that either. So.
Yeah, it was weird. I didn't. Yeah, I agree. I didn't.
I am in the minority though that likes Covenant more than Prometheus.
Yeah, I think I like Prometheus better. Yeah, but I love both of them. Yeah.
Yeah. They're both... what about you, Rob? What's your number 4?
My number 4. Oh, my number 4 was Randy from Scream.
Oh, so you started us here. Okay.
Yeah.
I'm an idiot. Absolutely. We will absolutely be meeting Angry Grandma again.
She was there last year.
Oh, dude,
so cool.
She's gonna be there. That's amazing.
Yeah, she's hilarious.
We're gonna interview her this year.
Yeah.
Dude,
Oh,
Robert
I can't
could
wait to
still be
see
alive.
that.
She actually she watches horror movies. I've seen it. On YouTube. She watches wrestling and horror movies. Dude,
I just want her to yell at me.
Cuss you out.
Right.
Yeah.
Eddie's a good one. Randy. Oh, there's J-Dev. We got some claps. Roger, that's a good one.
Yeah.
Karen's death from Halloween Kills a lot of stakes. It did, but I still pissed me off.
I know.
Karen would still be alive for sure.
Yep.
Oh, that'd be a nice one. A top 20 Wrestling Returns debut stream. I didn't know my number 1 would be, but yeah.
Oh. Wrestling Returns. Wait, that means like CM Punk coming back at Survivor Series, stuff like that.
Yeah, me and Kaylee weren't invited to that one.
Oh yeah, you guys would be like, the one that happened. That was fun.
Yeah.
I really like that pretty pink.
Yeah.
I liked her outfit.
I liked her leotard. That was
Yeah.
nice.
Cute.
I'm always like, I like her makeup.
I know.
Yeah. So number 3 for me, this is probably the one that really upset / shocked me the most. My top 3 are all super sad to me, super sad. This one hit me a little more personal because I didn't expect it whatsoever as a huge fan, and it's Carl from The Walking Dead.
Dude.
I was this pissed me off
I feel
so
like
much.
they did him dirty.
Yeah,
They
Like,
did him
well,
very
let me get
dirty.
into it. Let me get into it. For those that don't read the comic books, the comics end with Rick Grimes dying and Carl taking over, you know. And not only that, but Chandler Riggs decided to go to school in Atlanta. He bought a house in Atlanta because he was filming The Walking Dead under the impression they had told him he was going to be there, you know, to write it out. And then they were like, oh, never mind, we're killing you off. Chandler Riggs was fucked. Like, they really fucked that kid.
Yeah,
Let me rephrase that. They really screwed with that young man's life.
yeah.
And that was bullshit. I totally fell off after Carl's death because
we really did. Like,
I was devastated.
we
like,
finished that season, but other than that, like, we didn't like get into any
No.
of the other seasons.
No, just because, like I said, I'm not gonna say I'm a comic purist because like Daryl's not in the comics.
Right.
Carol dies way early on in the comics. Like, there's so many differences, and I'm fine with that. That to me should have been untouchable. Carl should have been 100% untouchable. And then to take Rick out of the whole situation, like, you just killed off Carl.
Well,
now Andrew Lincoln's leaving.
Yeah, that was his choice.
Yeah, I know, but
because
like,
of how they.
you shouldn't have killed Carl. That's
Yeah.
all I'm gonna say. You shouldn't have killed Carl. He was the man.
Yeah.
You know, Carl
I
Pop,
agree.
baby. So number 3 for me is Carl Pop.
I agree.
I love your Toxic Avenger shirt, bro. I've been looking at
Yeah.
this whole time. Dude, I love it, dude.
It's
That is
funny
an
because
awesome shirt.
we got this for our interview with Lloyd Kaufman, and it didn't disappoint. He loved it too. So
That's
Dude, I love
awesome.
your interview with Lloyd. He's just so like laid back and chill. Like
Dude.
Have you-
if you ever go to a con, the cool thing about Lloyd, and I won't ramble on long. I know you got to get to work. He does every con for free.
Mhm.
he
He
signs
signs
it
for
yeah.
free. He as long as it's Troma merch, he signs it for free.
Mhm.
He talks to you for free. Uncle Lloyd is like the guy that he just wants
He
you
just it goes there
because
for
he
the horror
loves.
fans.
Yeah,
He's
he loves
he's
the
so
band.
happy to be there too. He's just like I met him twice, I think, and he has such a good attitude. He's just so
Yeah.
happy to be
Yeah.
there, and he's not there for money. He's just chilling. Like he's like
Right.
He just wants to be there for the love of the
Dude,
genre.
Which
the
is
thing about him
awesome.
is he could sign and charge, and people would still line up. Like, and he
Yep.
doesn't. Like you know what I mean? Like so, like I think it's great. He signs for free. It's really cool.
Yeah.
Yeah.
For sure. So my number 3 is Evil Ed.
Oh, that's a good
You
one.
feel
Good
so
one.
sorry for him when
cool,
he just like
Brewster.
finally like gives in
To
and
Jerry Andrews.
like he just wants to be liked and he
Such a
wants
good
to
one.
like be a part of something, and you know he's kind of been like the goofy kid and bullied, and he just wants to be a part of something, so he just like gives into him, and he's such a positive of that movie. Like no one could ever replace him. Like McLovin tried and he did fine, but you could
He wasn't.
never
Yeah,
you
it's
can
the same.
never
Yeah.
yeah.
Well, and his death hits you twice because you get it when Jerry takes him,
when he becomes
and then when
the
he becomes
vampire,
like the werewolf,
yeah,
and then he gets the stake in the heart and he's coming back, and you know, like that part's sad
it
too.
really
So
is.
that's a good choice. I'm really regretting my decision not to. I didn't even think of him, and that pisses me off.
That was a good
So.
choice.
I like your choice. That's cool.
Mhm.
Thank you.
What about you, Kaylee? What's your number 3?
My number 3, we already touched on this, but it's Glenn, The Walking Dead, because it's heartbreaking and I'm
It
still
was.
not over it. I still was
I
able to
know.
enjoy the show, but it sucked. You know, I knew it was
Mhm.
coming, but it still sucked. So yeah, Glenn.
Yeah.
Good one.
What about you, Rob?
You took the words out of my mouth. My number 3 is Carl Grimes. I don't understand. Like Glenn was the saddest. That was
Mhm.
terrible, but it made sense if you read the comics. With Carl, I'm like, this doesn't even make any sense. I'm like,
Mhm.
what are you doing? I'm like, and okay, you see the series struggling after they kill him. They're like, let's
Yeah.
try to give his storyline to Judith. It's not working really, but they're trying. And the way like, if you're gonna kill Carl, make him go out in a like crazy way,
Yeah.
Not
The way-
bit when he tripped.
dude.
That
Seriously,
was lame.
Dude,
Yeah,
the way he got bit, I didn't even notice.
yeah.
When I found out he was bit, I was like, what the hell happened to him? I'm like, are you talking about when he bumped into that walker in the woods? Like, I'm like,
Yeah.
what? I'm like, he's trained. Like he's better than this. I'm like,
And it's kind
I'm
of
like-
lame too, because the person whose life he saved, they ended up killing that character off seasons later too.
Right.
So it didn't even have any depth or meaning to what
Right.
happened to
And
him.
the
So-
way they killed him in a way like you could never undo it. They just had like Rick bury him afterwards,
yeah.
and then I don't well, Ken touched on it with the whole back behind the scenes thing. I think Gimple had a problem with him. Like I think like somebody had a problem with him. I think it was I heard it was like he wanted more money or something. I don't know though, but I don't know.
At that point, though, he's a minor. That had to go on his parents.
Yeah.
You know, like
Yeah,
it's not
but-
the kid's fault.
No, but
Yeah.
I heard his parents got involved though, and then it was like this big thing, and they wanted his pay closer to like Andrew Lincoln's. I don't know the details, but it was something along those lines. And Gimple was just like, "Okay, you're off the show," and I'm like, "Dude, come on now,"
Yeah.
because
Mistakes.
because you guys are arguing. I'm like, "That's not cool." Like, and yeah, it gets to the point where like you get too far away from the comic storyline, and then you get too far away from the show storyline to like the fans of season 1 and 2. You turn it on now, and like there's very few people left that they can recognize. Very few. So it's like it's almost like the occasional fan's gonna be like, "What am I watching?" It just makes no sense. It makes no sense. Like so.
Yeah, that one bummed me out, man. And then when he had the speech with him, Michonne, and Rick, I cried throughout that whole speech. I couldn't imagine. You know,
Oh.
And he's like, "I want to do this my way." It's like, stop it, you little fucker.
Yeah.
You have to watch season 9. It's so good. We'll get there eventually.
Yeah.
Yes, he is. Rachel, Halloween 5, The Family from the Mist.
The
Serenity is good too.
The chat's coming through with some good choices, actually.
Yeah, for sure.
I love this. Seeing Evil Ed let Jerry bite, it was like, understood.
Totally
fair.
fair. Like, yeah. I
Yeah.
mean, I guess I'd probably be like,
I agree.
Like me too.
Sadiq. Yeah. Eastman being killed in one episode of show. Who Trained Morgan was disappointing. Yeah, he was a good one too.
Mhm.
I did like him.
I'm gonna just give my last two. That way
You gotta
I
go.
can get going,
All right,
yeah.
give your number 2 and number 1.
So my number 2 has already been mentioned, but this one was so heartbreaking, and it's Eddie Munson from Stranger Things. I literally cried. And then when you talk about how Dustin was talking about him with his dad or his uncle or whatever, it was so sad because it's like he was this bad kid, but he really like redeemed himself and he sacrificed himself for his friends. And then number 1 you also already talked about, and that is Roach. He did not deserve to die. He should have made it out into civilization like the rest of the boys did. I was so distraught when I was a kid when they killed him off. Like he was so good to Alice and he deserved to get out, but they had other plans for old Roach.
Yep.
I don't know. I think him and Alice would have stuck together if they could have got out together. So that is my list.
Do you want to read my number 2 and number 1 real quick?
Number 2 is what?
I'm thinking, do you want to see
Oh,
this?
I thought you meant you want me to.
No.
I was so confused.
No, do you want to see so that you see what they
Oh,
are?
those are I have that one.
I-
But that's a
I
good
know.
one. I didn't even think about him. That's a really good one.
I didn't even let Kaylee see my list. I was like, "You're not looking."
I didn't let Ashley
I
see
just
it
Yeah.
seen his
until,
last
until
two.
just now.
Yeah. But
So-
thank you guys.
Oh, of course.
I will see you guys later, and
Yeah.
everybody in the chat.
It was great to see you,
It's
Ashley.
great to see you.
I was talking to Kaylee. I was like, "It's been a while since we got together with them. I think it's been like since the summertime or something." So
Yeah. We
Yes.
definitely have to do this more often because we love you guys. So
Oh, we love you
yeah,
guys
for sure.
too.
It was just great seeing you and hanging out with
Yeah.
you. So thank you.
yeah.
All
So bye everybody in the chat. I will talk to you all later.
Have a good day at work.
Good night.
All right.
Or
I
good
love
night.
you. Grab your butt. All right, Kaylee, do you want to give your number 2?
My number 2 is Newt and Hicks from Alien 3.
That's a
because
good one.
it's really lame that
Should've
they
put
just
that.
killed them off
I
for
should've
no
put that.
reason, and that is why I hate Alien 3.
It was just mentioned, right? They're like, "Oh, they
yeah,
didn't
they're
make
just
it."
like they died in a crash. I'm like in the crash, and that's it. So that
That's
sucked.
bullshit.
Yeah,
Such
I just-
bullshit.
I don't like Alien 3 or 4 too much. So those are the 2 of the franchise.
We
I'm
didn't get any footage, nothing. We just
Yeah,
got like,
so-
"Oh, they're gone."
yeah.
Yep, they're dead. It was sad.
Yeah.
Get over it. What about you, Rob? What's your number 2?
My number 2, it's a little bit of a different one, but I was like, I think this was a mistake. Michael Myers, it's a 2-parter. They killed him off in H2O, and they killed him off in Halloween Ends. And I just feel like when they killed him off in H2O, that was a cool ending, but you know what? You can't come back from that. And I didn't like how they brought him back in Resurrection. That was kind of cheesy. It was like, oh, it was a security guard or something like that. I was like, you could see them struggling on how to explain this. And you know, Halloween Ends, she grinded him up in like this like thing in the junkyard. I'm like, it looked cool, but I'm like, dude, he's a major character, and there's no coming back from this now. Now you're gonna have to switch storylines, or you're gonna have to like. I just think it's a mistake when you kill a major player and there's no coming back from it. You can't undo that.
Mm-hmm.
So it's like, so I just picked Michael Myers because they killed him off twice already, and every time they do, they have to backpedal big time to try to explain it. So
agreed. And I think that what you were talking about with H2O, and I think what really pisses me off about that one is that was the perfect death. And they're like, oh, it was a paramedic. It wasn't Michael Myers in there. And then you watch it, and right before he does the Michael Myers sit-up, and then she runs him over. You're like, you're gonna tell me a fucking paramedic did the Michael Myers sit-up?
No,
like, a full bag of dicks.
What did they say? They're like, he couldn't talk because his throat hurt him. I'm like, that's why he couldn't. I'm like, that makes no sense, bro.
Yeah,
a whole line of dookie. My number 2 is from the only movie I've ever given a 5 skull rating on this channel, and it is Summer of '84, and it's Woody. Woody's death in Summer of '84 was so fucked. I was so pissed. Love the movie. That doesn't take away from the movie, but man, it was so hard to see that just because the character was so good. Like, he was such a good character, and I loved him. He was so relatable. And like right before that, he's like, I can't die tonight, man. My mom needs me. Like, dude, like, it was so heartbreaking to watch him die after that. So, number 2 for me is Woody from Summer of '84, which if you guys haven't seen it, for fuck's sake, watch that movie. It's so good.
We've seen it it's a really good movie. We've seen it a couple times, and
it
just
so
you talking about it reminds me of how emotional I got the first time. Oh, every time we watch it, but I was not expecting that because he was like a final kid with the other kid, and I'm like, come on, you can't do this. Like, really?
I get a major like Stranger Things vibe from that movie.
Yeah, but it's super dark compared to, you know, I was just like, wow.
Wait a minute, you didn't give 5 skulls to House?
No,
really? Because I know you're a big House guy.
I gave it a 4.5. Summer of '84 is the only one. I think it's like to me, a 5 skull rating is like unheard of. Like I said, the only time I've ever done it on this channel was for Summer of '84.
Yeah, we do want.
I don't give that out. Like I
we
don't
want
it to.
I'm sorry.
Like if it talk, like House would be a 5 for like how it affected me. You know, like it's my favorite horror movie of all time. It'll never be top just because it's so special to me. I mean, you know, like we went on vacation just so I could see the house, you know? Like,
I love that.
That is really cool. Film location, dude.
That's
awesome.
Yeah. You know, it was dope.
Really pretty
and
there,
I got to see it and be there and respected the people, didn't even go on the sidewalk. We stayed completely in the road because people live in that house. You know, so I wasn't gonna like walk up on their property and you know, I could just imagine them looking out their window and seeing a bunch of us out there just being like, No! So I'm just gonna chill out here for a little bit.
You know? Like your House T-shirt on their front lawn. You're like,
right? You know, like I guess people have like walked up and knocked on their door and asked if they could go in their house and shit. And I'm like, dude, come on.
That's weird.
Like, me and Ashley had to kick some people off of the porch stoop for Hocus Pocus. Like, there's an older couple that lives there, and these people kept walking up and standing. We're like, get the fuck off their porch, man. Like, you're a fucking sicko. Like, there's an old couple that lives there now. Like, get the fuck away, man. I'm going to catch up on the chat real quick. We got John Kramer. Top 10 music videos, even if you didn't like the song. That might be a good list, too. It might be a decent list. My number 1 video would probably shock a lot of people because it's so, like, not a cool music video, but it's Stay Together for the Kids. My favorite music video of all time.
Oh, with the house crumbling around them, and
then skateboarding and shit. Like that's the perfect, you know, Broken Home. Like it's the perfect video for that song, man.
That's cool.
John Kramer's a good one. Glenn, Dick Halloran, especially when compared to the novel. I think we did read some of these. I'm just so out of it today. I think we'll see Eddie Munson again. The priest from Dead Alive, such a hilariously badass character. We got some more Dick Halloran. Everybody saying goodnight to Ash. Hope she has a good night too. Cotton Weary is a good one.
For sure. Yeah.
Lonnie and Bud, the Belko experiment. That's a good one. Nobody's boring me. I've just had a long day. Alien 3 is beyond stupid. I like Resurrection. I think I'm the only person here that likes Alien 3.
I need to rewatch it. It's been a few years. I should give it another chance.
It. I hate what they did with the.
Yeah.
I don't like how they killed
I
off
don't
the
like
character.
the dog thing either.
I don't hate them.
Yeah.
But that doesn't need to be in an Alien movie. I'm like, I'm good on that.
Oh, dude, it's such a good movie. I'm canceled for not giving Scream 6 5 skulls. Look, we already got to watch Halloween 6 together, man. Like, I can already tell that during that whole stream, I'm going to be like, happy birthday, dear Charlie. Happy birthday.
Yeah, I'm watching just to see. It's gonna be entertaining to watch you watch it, man. So
yeah, we will. That's something Ashley and I've talked about. Is we're out and doing filming locations. It's just that's a really hard thing to do when you have kids.
Mm-hmm.
So one of these days in the summer, I think that we'll do it. We'll do it. No. Everything after them in the car, even in the car, pull his fucking mask off, Sydney. Fuck.
Yeah.
Yeah, I definitely have issues with that movie. All right, guys, we are up to number 1, and that is Kaylee starting us off.
My number 1 is Corey Cunningham from Halloween Ends because I love that character. I love Rowan Campbell as the character, and he was introduced to us. I fell in love with the character, and then I was heartbroken when he died at the end. So I wish they wouldn't have done that.
Right?
Didn't he kill himself?
No, he was still alive. Michael
true.
finished him. So yeah.
Yeah,
that was sucky.
They introduced him just to kill him.
Yeah.
That was odd.
I still love the movie a lot. I just wish that was different at the end.
I think he should have survived too.
Yeah. They could have done other stuff.
I think he should have survived. Yeah. He definitely could have been involved in a little bit more.
They got
what about you, Rob? What's your number 1?
My number 1 is it was mentioned in the chat. It's John Kramer Jigsaw. And ever since it was just a mistake, you could tell to kill him off because ever since they did, you could see the series has been struggling on how to explain it, how to keep the story going. They're stuck in like prequel hell now. I mean, they're constantly like talking about like, oh well, he had people working with him. Oh well, and now the latest one, even though I thought it was good, it was still prequel. Like they're stuck in prequel land. It's just another way of saying we should have never done this. I mean,
right.
I mean, it's cool to have people working for them, but it's nothing beats
the same.
Nothing beats the original Jigsaw, man. Come on. So Jigsaw, I feel like it's beyond like an opinion. It just affected the whole series. It affected the whole series, and they're struggling with it. It's obvious that they're struggling with what to do now with it. So.
I agree with you. And especially because of the fact that, there was never a reason to do it. Like there was never a reason to kill him off. Like it never made any sense.
Yeah. Like he was sick. He had cancer, but they didn't have to like do that. Like he could have been a survivor. He could have been living a long time with it. It could have been, there's so many other things they could have done. I don't know. But I was like, dude, you guys definitely shot yourself in the foot here. I was like, shit.
Yeah. And it showed, like I said, that it really, really showed that, like you said, when every movie after is a prequel, you know what time it is.
Right. I don't even know if it makes sense now. They're like, this guy's working for him. That girl's working for him. I'm like, I guess that could make sense, but I don't even know if, to be honest, I'm like, can that make sense? I'm like, maybe. I'm like,
it cannot. Look, I hated Jigsaw. That movie pissed me off. So number 1 for me, Ashley talked about it earlier, and I'm sticking with the Saw franchise, and it's Joyce in Saw 3D. Man, that death sucked. When that fucking iron pig thing or whatever it is wrapped around her, I was like,
wow, okay.
Yeah.
I was just like, are we serious right now?
Yeah.
Like, what the fuck did she do?
These clips you got are great, man. I love them. I'm seeing some
new ones.
I'm seeing some new ones, dude.
Yeah.
Yeah. Whenever it says someone I don't like, I'm always like,
can I just stop you there? Yeah. I've got nothing to say. I just wanted to stop you there.
I love Run, Fat Boy Run, man. But yeah, when they did her like that, it's like, dude, like she didn't do anything wrong. It's not her fault that her husband's a piece of shit, you know, like that fucking like, oh man, that death like really bummed me out. I was just like, this is shitty. Like, I don't like this at all. And I love that movie. It's, you know, it's a great movie, and I know nobody else likes Saw 3D, but I am a big fan of that movie. I want more Lawrence Gordon. That's what I want. I want Dr. Gordon.
Me too.
Gordon, I'm a doctor.
So
It's Carrie Elways, right? Is that how you say his name? Okay.
Carrie Elways.
Yeah, I
Saw
like him.
X was very good though. I thought it was very good.
Yeah.
We actually saw like him be a good guy, sort of.
Yeah, and that's what I said. You know, to see him like have that like anti-hero role, you know, and have a reason. Like, you have a reason to be rooting for him in this movie.
He was looking at what
they did to him.
He was looking after the kid too. I like that. When he was looking after that boy, I was like, he's actually a nice guy. I was like,
just don't piss him off.
Yeah.
All right. So we'll catch up on the list real quick, or catch up on the chat real quick. Double canceled. Scream 96 is up there, man. Like, that's really close. Really close. That's like 4.75. There's one big thing about Scream that I really don't like, and to this day it pisses me off every time I watch it, right? So Sydney's in the van and she's watching it happen, and she sees Jamie Kennedy on the couch, and he's like, you know, and she sees Ghostface behind him, right? So she runs up to the house, and Stu and Randy run out, and she's like, screw you both, I don't know who to trust. It's like, Sydney, you just watched him on the couch with Ghostface about to kill him, and you're still like, fuck you, Randy, I don't trust you.
Yeah.
I'm like, you just watched him. Like, the poor fucking guy, what else can he do? Like, fuck, man. So that part really always bothered me.
I never thought of it like that.
I didn't either. So now I see it kind of differently now that you explained it that way.
The next time you watch Scream, remember that, because that's why she runs back to the house.
Yeah.
She sees Ghostface coming up to attack Randy, and she's like, oh my God, Randy. And then she runs up to the house, and Stu and Randy are there, and she's like, fuck you both. And she shuts the door, and I'm like, you ran up there to save him.
Yeah.
Like, what the fuck, Sid?
She's like, oh, you're alive. Well, fuck you anyway.
Yeah.
Oh, wait, you didn't survive? Haha.
Yeah.
You know, Randy Meeks, Ben. That's always a great choice. Always a great choice. I know you had that round.
That was on my list. Yeah.
Alex from Final Destination. After recent events, I am Team Fallen Brick.
Yeah.
I agree. I agree with this.
Oh, I just got. I get things slow. I just got that joke.
Yeah.
The fallen brick. I was like, oh, I know. I'm like, if you know, you know. You know?
Yeah. Helen Shivers. You knew she was going to be on these lists. Yes. I talked to Kylie a couple days ago. I talked to her again today. She's healing up. She's doing okay.
I think we messaged her too.
I messaged her.
Yeah, Kaylee.
Yeah, she's you know, this community is so close. I knew you guys would have, but you're just letting her know, like, hey, we love you. If you need us, we're here. That's what we do in this community. Like, we call each other, text each other. Me and Rob talk more than me and Ashley do.
Really?
I agree.
Well, it's good to talk to you always, man.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, he's. They need to just do a spinoff on him where he didn't die. Where exactly becomes the town's boogeyman. Nice try, Ken. You can never make me dislike Scream. I'm not trying to make you dislike Scream, but man, when she runs up there to purposely save this guy, and then this guy walks out, and she's like, "No, never mind, fuck you." I'm like, "What the fuck, Sid?" At this point, we didn't even know those two killers. You know, like we literally saw Ghostface sneaking up on him to kill him, and she's like, "No, Randy," and she runs up there. I'm like, "What the fuck, man?"
She was running up to him.
You guys watch it.
I'm gonna be thinking about that. Yeah.
Maybe she's like, I'm gonna run to the house just to tell him off.
Right, I'm gonna run into the house to help Ghostface. Like, let me borrow that for a minute, Ghostface.
Yeah.
This is what you get for giving me a late charge on fucking
Yeah.
things I hate about you, whatever.
What do you think about all these Scream rumors? Are they just rumors, or you think that they're gonna play out, or you think they have some like truth to them, or you think it's just,
which ones? Like the casting ones?
Like the whole cast coming back, like all that.
Oh, that's
like,
official. Yeah,
it is
David
official.
Arquette's back. Yeah, Matthew Lillard's back. Roman from Scream 3. Scott Foley's back.
Is it flashbacks? I'm thinking how that.
We don't know.
Yeah,
I think it's like I said. T. Parker brought up the AI thing, and I think that's brilliant because, like, right now, AI is a big thing, especially in the horror world. Like we saw what happened with Late Night with the Devil using AI. Yeah, 100%, 100%. the AI is the only rumor so far. That's something, like I said, I heard it from T. Parker. I was like, that's fucking brilliant.
What, like they're robots or something?
No, like
No, like
like they AI their voice
Deep
or
fakes.
yeah.
Oh, okay.
Or
I thought they were gonna be like
not like Megan, you know,
Yeah.
like Terminator shit.
like they're sending videos of AI
Yeah.
people, Stu, or it's Dewey, or
Right,
it's
right.
Roman, you know. So I think that could work, like with how people do AI shit now.
They sort
that
of did that with Skeet with his daughter was seeing him. They sort of did that.
It was like the ghost thing.
Yeah. So
I think with this, it'll be like, this would be the way Ghostface communicates. Like, think about it. Like, all of a sudden they get a text or a FaceTime and it's Dewey, like, hello, Sydney, you know, but it's Dewey there, you know, covering him with Dewey or covering him with Stu, and it's actually them. I think that could work perfectly. That would make sense too with the climate that we live in now.
Well, you also got to make them look like they looked 30 years ago. So it's like,
right.
You could de-age him.
Yeah. So
But that's the thing. Like, if they de-age them, that's going to be fine because it looks like it's AI on a phone.
Yeah.
You know, it's not
True.
you know, it's going to be.
Right. Yeah. So you said that before. It does not. It wouldn't have to look perfect.
Yeah.
You know? So
Right. So our next live, guys, is going to be next Sunday. It's going to be a little bit of or next Saturday. I'm sorry, little bit of a gap here, but next Saturday, the 15th, Ashley and I are going to do a Leprechaun franchise tier ranking.
Yes.
For St. Patrick's Day. So expect a lot of bottom tier on that one.
Dude, he's going to the hood and then back to the hood.
Dude, you know what? Like, I'm not going to say too much, but those movies aren't as bad.
No, they're fantastic. They're fantastic. He's in Vegas at one point, isn't he?
I don't know. I've only seen like the first two. I need to watch the rest of them.
Isn't he in space? I think
I think so.
It's some interesting stuff.
We just rewatched every one of those movies.
Oh,
you look not happy about that.
Oh my god. That was a bad day in Kentown.
Oh
Yo,
no.
Speaking of Kentown, there's like a making of like Jason Goes to Hell, and I was thinking of you when I found out about.
I did a trailer reaction for it.
I saw it, but I was like, I heard about it first, and I'm like, oh, Ken's happy. I'm like, Ken's got to be happy.
So stoked, man. It's so funny. I do want to say this real quick, guys. Pay really close attention to our on St. Patrick's Day, March 17th, or if you're a member, you can watch it now for members only. We do a top 10 Leprechaun franchise kills. We talk about that death. we talk about that death in there.
Ken, that's it. But like, I know, but like that's your
that's funny.
But that's your personal, like, that your opinion's affected in a certain way, right? Like,
oh, just wait until you watch the video. So if you're not a member, guys, we have a link down in the description. For 99 cents a month, you can become a member. You get early access to every single video, sometimes a month early, because Ashley and I try to record way ahead of time. You'll get videos of me playing my guitar and singing.
Good stuff too, by the way. I like I like that you put up 2 new songs. I like the new recordings. They were good.
Thank you. Appreciate it.
You get some Chloe footage too that we saw
do
earlier. Yeah.
Yep. You get some stuff with me and Chloe. A lot of stuff with, like, our family just did Disney on Ice. You get a lot of behind, like, us going to watch Disney on Ice. Our son, his whole trip to the state finals, we did that on there. We do a lot more personal stuff.
I like the Sledges cooking breakfast. That was an older video I liked.
We like to do, I was just gonna say, we're gonna start doing more cooking videos for members. I just got this new recipe for a open egg roll. So it's like an egg roll casserole.
That sounds good.
Egg roll in a bowl. I had that not too long ago.
Yes,
it's
that's
good
what
stuff.
it is. Egg roll in a bowl.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it tastes better to me for some reason. I was like, this is a fantastic.
Me too.
You throw some soy, put some soy on that, soy sauce.
Soy sauce.
It's so good.
Yeah. So we're gonna do more like cooking videos too, because for those that don't know, 2 things that I do in my life: I love to cook. I love cooking, and I love working on cars. I work on cars a lot.
I didn't know that.
So I won't do any videos of me working on cars, just because I'm not gonna be like, hey, person whose car I'm working on, can I put this on my YouTube channel? You know, like, I'm not gonna do that. But you know, I work at an auto parts store. I've worked on cars a lot. You know, I wouldn't say I'm a gearhead, but I do love cars. and it's just something that I've always, I've always been into, and cooking especially. I love cooking. I love trying different recipes. Man,
Yeah,
it's so cool.
you can get really creative with cooking too. It's fun. It's just fun. You
Yeah.
can, especially now. I was on TikTok the other day. All the stuff you can make. I'm like, I gotta try that. I gotta try that. I'm like, especially with today's technology, the crock pot is genius.
Yeah.
You just put meat
we
there.
I'm still an old school guy. Like, I still go outside and I grill chicken once a week. Like, I always do chicken on the grill, barbecue chicken on the grill. I love being on the grill. The air fryer's dope. The air fryer saves a lot of time. Ashley and I try to be keto conscious. I gave up drinking soda. I don't know if I talked about this with you guys yet, but I haven't had a pop in probably 3 weeks now.
That's
so I have a
awesome.
black coffee in the morning, and then after that, it's just water all day, all the time.
That's what I do. Water's my jam.
I have a black coffee in the morning, and then sometimes I'll have a frozen coffee later in the day, as long as it's just a black frozen coffee, and then besides that, it's just water. If you guys want to see more of me like singing and cooking and early access to all our other videos, like I said, it's 99 cents a month. You can click that link down in the description and become a member. It helps the channel too. Like, it really does. Like, that's how we have a new banner we're going to be hanging up back here. This was purchased by one of our friends.
Nice. You got all the icons
I
on
like
there.
That.
Yeah.
Oh, dude, you got
So
everybody.
This is going to be hung up back here. We also, with the membership stuff, we just got a big Sledgehammer horror fluorescent light that we're going to put over top of that. So that'll be in the background with the Sledgehammer horror light. So, building the studio has been a chore. Like, people have always, we have people like, your background this, your background that. And I'm like, we've had so much other shit in buying a house and renovating and doing stuff like that. So, we did have a fan send us these to add to the collection, which I think are super sick.
Oh, those are
nice.
awesome.
Very cool.
I love the Chucky.
I got the black and white with the blood on there. Like, I thought those are cool. But yeah, I just
you're gonna have quite the setup. I like your idea.
Yeah, I love you guys' shelf and all the Sledgehammer stuff you have back there. I love that.
Yeah. We're lucky that some of the stuff that we've got, we still got Pee Wee Herman. He's up there. Pee Wee's up there. We have two non-horror things back here. We've got Pee Wee
Herman,
and Leela.
Oh, cute.
Those are the only two non-horror things that we have in our background. Because Futurama and Pee Wee is so important to Ashley and I.
I got some wrestling stuff right above us. I mean, we have horror and wrestling, so we mix it up a little bit too. So
I get it, man.
Wow,
but yeah, thank you guys all for being here. Oh, go ahead, Rob.
You got a cool setup in the works. I got my couch coming. So congrats to both of us. Like,
we're talking. See, right now we're so adulting because I'm like, I've been building the studio out here. I like to cook, guys, and cars, and you guys are like couches and robots.
Yeah.
But everybody here in the chat, seriously, thank you so much. If you want to become a member, like I said, we never beg for those type of things because we're just grateful enough that you guys are subscribers and you watch. But if you want to, for up to $4.99 a month, if you really like us, or 99 cents if you're just like, fuck them. You can do that by becoming a member in the description. We really appreciate it if you do. And if you don't have to. I'm not your dad. I can't tell you what to do. I still love you for being here. But one thing you need to do, however, is you need to subscribe to that horror couple again.
Thank you.
And those links are down in the description. They were also in the chat earlier on. Ryan, who is amazing, put those in the chat. I do, on a serious note, want to thank you, everybody, for being here tonight. It's been a very hard day. For those that came in a little late, we dedicated this episode to my late cousin, Cassie. I lost her last night. If you get in a dark place and you need somebody, reach out. Don't turn to illegal things. Don't hurt yourself. You have something to live for no matter what. So if you're ever in a dark place, my DMs are on, my phone is on, my phone's on all night, every night, because Ashley works thirds. And if something were to happen, I need her to be able to get a hold of me. Reach out. If you're wanting to put something in your nose or something in your arm, and you don't have the willpower, just call me. Like, seriously, Instagram, call me. Facebook, call me. Cell phone, call me. DM me. I'm always around. There's nothing better than a natural high. So if you need to talk, if you need, go for a run, do some push-ups, get that your body's blood flowing to get you that natural high. It could really be the matter of life and death.
True.
So,
for me, this community alone, like every time I'm feeling down, I just see what my friends are up to. I check out your videos. I check out like whoever else's videos, and this community, we're really close with each other. So you can reach out to any one of us. So
right. And that's what I was gonna say. Like, we're all here.
Yeah.
I know Kylie's been inundated. She had the appendicitis and she was in the hospital, and she was inundated by fans and friends and people that were reaching out just to be like, hey, I just want you to know we love you and we're here. If you're ever in that dark spot, reach out to one of us. Like, sometimes it's easier to talk to a stranger.
Right.
You may be scared that, your personal friends or family that are right there with you are going to be too judgmental. Reach out. There's a hotline you can call. I've been a sponsor for many people for drugs and alcohol. I still have a sponsor that I call and talk to every now and then when I'm feeling like I might fall off the wagon. So I've been in recovery for over 16 years before my son was born. I still can't be around stuff because I know that I'll do it, So you're not weak for getting help. You're weak for trying to do it by yourself. It takes strength and courage to reach out to somebody for help. So, like I said, if you're in that dark place where you want to put something in your body or you want to do something to harm yourself, for the love of God, please call, DM, text, call a hotline if you have to. It helps, man. Thank you.
I think it's something to be very, very proud of. If you admit I have a problem and I'm getting help, that right there is something to be proud of. Like, it takes a lot of courage to say I have a problem and I'm getting better or I'm struggling with something, So
and just reach out. Like I said,
just be honest.
The last thing any of us would want is, I can't remember who said it, but he said, I'd rather you cry on my shoulder today than me carry your coffin next week. That's 100% truth, and we have so much fun here, guys. Like, we love to talk about horror. We love to make jokes. We love to have fun. And I'm all about that, but I'm more about love. And if you ever need somebody, I'm telling you, we're here. Like, we are here. We're not going anywhere. God, I can't stress it enough, guys. You put a needle in your arm one time and you never know, that one time could lead to your death eventually because you can't stop. So again, just please, guys, if you ever take anything away from Sledgehammer Horror, it's nothing on this planet is worth your life. Nothing. And you could say, oh, Ken, it's easy to say. Well, I've been there, guys. I was a bad addict. And when Ashley got pregnant for Kenny, she told me, it's me and the kid or your drugs. And I stayed away. I stayed with my grandma and grandpa. I got clean. It was the hardest thing I've ever done. Withdrawals is the worst thing I've ever gone through. I needed tough love and I needed sweet love. My grandma babied me and coddled me. And my grandpa told me, if you try to leave this house, I'm going to break your fucking neck. Just period. And like I said, there's things I still can't be around because I'm so scared of what's going to happen if I am. So you're not weak for asking for help, guys. And you're not weak for calling and saying, hey, Ken, I just need someone to talk to. Talk. I'll listen. I know I like to talk, but I promise you I'll listen.
We reply to everybody who comments or writes us too. So
exactly. We would never, ever, I don't care what the situation is, I would never take any of you for granted. Any subscriber of this channel, any friend of this channel, we never take that for granted. Me, Rob, and Kaylee, we'll tell you, we're fucking lame, man. Like, the fact that you guys want to fucking listen to us, like, that's dope. Like, that's so cool. And we would never take this for granted. We love every single one of you so much. And I hope you all have an amazing, amazing night. Rob and Kaylee, as always, please don't go anywhere. I got a couple more questions for you guys. Everyone else, like I said, if you haven't already, please like, comment, and subscribe. It does help build the channel more than you know. And follow Sledgehammer Horror on social media. Those links are in the description as well. But until next time, keep talking horror, stay what you are, and we'll see you guys soon.